I apologize for not making this video sooner, but I wanted to allow my thoughts to fully percolate into a somewhat coherent script. The era in which we find the current MCU has been one marked by unmitigated failure. Even the so-called successes were unable to allow the last two phases to break even, a far cry from the highs of the Infinity Saga. And then, in the midst of this disaster, the announcement that the long-awaited Deadpool 3 would be coming in 2024 with the return of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine was made. And while I was skeptical of the potential level of success it would enjoy, considering all that had led up to it, I was proven quite happily wrong, as Deadpool and Wolverine smashed the box office wide open, and then we received the news that Robert Downey Jr. was returning to the MCU, but this time as Dr. Doom, as part of the incoming partial reboot of the MCU, which, oh yeah.
Fuck you, I was right, fuck you, I was right, fuck you, I was right!
Without spoiling it, Deadpool and Wolverine follows the same basic plot as every other late-stage Marvel project. Something is going haywire in the multiverse, and our protagonist has to team up with insert character here and fix it. Thankfully, the execution here was done much better than every other Le Quinze Year MCU project, and the result is the aforementioned success. When asking if the MCU is saved, however, one must first ask if they have any understanding that they have done anything wrong, as Marvel was in a rather intense state of denial as to their own failures for a very long time. I think that the answer to that is yes, but they still have all of their leftovers that put them where they were before the coming out of their red and yellow spandex bedecked saviors. Black Falcon of America, Agatha All Along, and quite a few other projects that all have the potential to bomb like the Allies in Dresden are still in the pipeline. After that, they have some potentially successful projects that could make them some money, the Fantastic Four and the next couple of Avengers movies, for example. But here lies the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Even if all that Marvel hopes for these future projects comes true, the MCU has wasted billions on projects with no hope of delivering any sort of return. And even if Deadpool and Wolverine and the next 3 Avengers movies succeed, they still won't have made back their money from those flops. And the results of that will have ripple effects on this franchise as long as it continues to exist. In closing, I do believe that some of what has echoed across the rumor mill is true. That Marvel is attempting to rebound from their failure, and that they are trying to save the MCU. However, whether or not they are able to pull that off is a prospect that I find highly unlikely under the current leadership. But I would be very interested to hear what you think down below, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Pete, the Radical Nerd, signing off.